Did I have my best month of bourbon purchases ever? Let's find out. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys a brand new video. Today, we are going to go over the bottles of bourbons and whiskeys that I was able to acquire throughout the month of August. Now, looking back on the month of August, I really didn't do a lot of this myself. I had a lot of help from a lot of people that support the channel, that I have built relationships with, and they did a lot of this for me. Now, I cannot thank them enough for allowing me to get these bottles off of their hands. But nonetheless, they are in my possession. We're going to be doing reviews. They're going to be going into blinds. And I cannot wait to show you the bottles that I picked up this month. But before we go over the bottles that I picked up this month, I want to know what bottles you picked up this month. So let me know down below in the comments. And I want to hear everything that you got. And let me know if it's better than what I got. Because I always love to hear what you guys pick up for your monthly acquisitions. And sometimes I am just uber jealous depending on what you got. If you're brand new to the channel, make sure you drop that like on the video. Like I said, leave a comment. And if you're brand new, you can get your chance to win this bottle of Blantons at 5,000 subscribers and add this to your monthly haul. A nice little giveaway bottle, right? And you can't go wrong with a Blantons giveaway. So before I go over the bottles that I picked up this month, let's go over the two bottles that I emptied this month. And first bottle goes to one of my go-to bottles that you can't go wrong with, Old Grandad 114 smacker packer full of flavor bottle right there. One of my go-tos for absolutely anything in this world. And second bottle we killed this month, it goes to a Buffalo Trace bottle. Again, Buffalo Trace, great bottle. You just cannot go wrong with it. It's hard to find in some places, I do know that, but here in Jersey, I could pretty much find it almost everywhere. Some places do jack that price up to about 45 bucks, but if you hunt hard enough here, you can find it for under 35, which I myself am okay with spending 35 or less on a beautiful bottle of Buffalo Trace, especially if it's a store pick. So that's it for the bottles that we killed this month. Let's get into the bottles that we're all super excited for. And for the first one, it's none other than Old Grandad 114. Had to get a backup of the bottle that I killed. And like I said, absolute must-have on my bar top. And I think it's a must-have for a lot of you guys as well. I'm surprised that it's one that is still hard to find for some people, but I understand why, because the people that love this bottle, and they have the reasons because of how delicious this bottle of bourbon really is. Second bottle we picked up this month goes to an Old Forester 100 proof. Now this one, again, just like the Old Grandad 114, you can't go wrong with it. It's a must-have on my shelf. I know it's a must-have on a lot of your shelves as well. If you're not looking for the proof punch that this one gives you, drop it down to 100 proof, and this Old Forester flavor profile fits very well in cocktails and so on and so forth, right? A lot of people drink this completely neat, drink it on ice. I myself dabble with this bad boy in cocktails all the time, and we go through bottles at this household like absolute crazy. So that's really going to do it for the lower tier acquisitions. Let's get into the middle tier acquisitions. So bottle number one in the middle tier goes to J Bowman Single Barrel. Now, J Bowman Single Barrel is 100 proof Buffalo Trace product, pretty freaking much. If I've gone over it on the channel a couple of times, I know you hear all the freaking time, but this J Bowman, it is Buffalo Trace distillate getting sent to Virginia, going through a column, or not a column still, a pot still, to then be distilled one more time, but that doesn't do anything because the column still did all of the work, and they're aging it in their own barrels and stuff like that. So you're getting a different flavor profile at the end of its life cycle, but this right here is still Buffalo Trace distillate, but they are changing to their own here in the near future, so make sure you snag up these bottles while they're still out there, because you're pretty much getting 100 proof Buffalo Trace. Bottle number 2 in the mid-tier bottles that we acquired this month. Caribou Crossing. Now this bottle right here was sent to me from an amazing supporter of the channel and supporter of the Patreon, Alex. He found this in his area for just a little bit over MSRP, and I myself have always wanted this bottle only because of the design of it. I am a huge fan of the color blue, and this being a beautiful, beautiful blue wax, blue label, blue shiny Caribou sticker on the front, with my blue love and whatever, I had to have it, and I couldn't say no. So that's why Caribou Crossing is on this bar top. I know it is 80 proof. I know it's Canadian whiskey, but it's considered the Canadian Blantons. I love the topper on it. It's, in my opinion, a little bit cooler than the Blantons topper, but nonetheless, I don't know if I'm going to be opening this bottle anytime soon. It's one that might sit on the shelf here and just collect dust for a little bit, only because it's a really cool bottle to look at. But we all drink our bourbon and whiskey, and this one will eventually be cracked open. All right, so we are out of the mid-tier, and we are getting into the heavy hitters, the big dogs, the 2 bottles left that I did not expect to ever really get my hands on without having a boatload more years of this bourbon journey, but nonetheless we have them, and they're grateful. I'm grateful for these bottles, and I'm grateful for the 2 people that helped me acquire these. So for the first heavy hitter, it's none other than Blanton's Gold. Now this bottle is one that came from overseas. My buddy Andrew, you guys have seen him on the channel a couple of times. We did a video a couple weeks back, and like I said in that video, that he took a trip over to Portugal. And while he was over in Portugal, he did a little bourbon hunting, and he found himself 2 bottles of Blanton's Gold, one for him, and he brought one back for me. This is an S Horsey. This is the 103 proof Blanton's Gold. It is the 700 milliliter. It's the overseas bottle. It is a dump date of 5/13/22, and it's Rick number 29. I just love the aesthetic of the Blanton's Gold. To me, it is the most beautiful Blanton's bottle. I mean, the silver is really, really cool, right? But nonetheless, it's, in my opinion, a lot more eye-catching than your regular Blanton single barrel and the Blanton straight from the barrel. To me, this is the, if you're looking for an eye-catcher, that's the one you want to go for. But we are in the final bottle of August. It's one that a lot of us are always looking for. It's one that I was looking for absolutely ever. And I can't thank Doc from Old Fashioned Ways enough for finding this bottle for me and making sure that it got to me safely. And that bottle goes to Russels Reserve 13. This is the newest batch, I believe. This is a laser etch of LLC 2023-03-29. So I'm not quite sure if this is batch 4 or batch 5. It is the one that came out this year. Nonetheless, it's one that I have wanted since its fruition, since it was announced, right? I knew that the Russell's 10 year was not a fan favorite of mine until I was able to acquire another one. Buddy Andrew, the one that got me this bottle, we did a blind with the Russell's 13 in it, and it came out in second place over a couple of other big heavy hitters, and I needed to get myself a bottle, and he found one for me for just a little bit over MSRP. Did not break the bank on this like a lot of people do. It's coming out at 114.8 proof, and we've got the Russell's 13 year on the bar top for videos to do blinds with, see what else can come out on top over these higher allocated bottles. That's one of the reasons why I like having these bottles, is to be able to put cheaper more readily available bottles against them and actually have them come out on top. That is absolutely mind-boggling to me, but it is what it is, right? You go after these higher allocated bottles. You spend a lot of money when those cheaper $30, $35, $40 below bottles come out on top over these more higher allocated bottles. So like I said, I want to know what bottles you were able to pick up this month. Let me know down in the comments below. Drop that like button. Smash that subscribe button for your chance to win a bottle of Blantons for your next monthly haul. Hopefully we can hit 5,000 before October, and somebody can get it for September. But who knows? That's up to you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, this has been Nathan with The Everyday Drinker. Cheers.